Hey guys, keeping with Colin here, and in this video we will be going over the first face on solving the Rubik's Cube. Let's go. In the beginner's method, there are two steps to solving the first face of the Rubik's Cube. The first one is the white cross, and the second one is the white corners. The first step to solving the Rubik's Cube is the white cross. You will make this cross-looking thing with each of the centers and colors aligning. So how you go about doing this is you will hold the white center up, and you will find any white piece on the bottom, and you will keep turning it until you notice that the white aligns here. Then you just turn the front face like that, and you can see you have like a bar looking thing here. You can keep doing that until you finish the cross, but there are some tricky cases that you may come across. So one of the cases you may come across is when you move it here, but you notice this is flipped. So if you move it up to the top and you see that these just need to be swapped, bring it back down, move it out, bring the center down, move it back in, and then bring the center up. That will solve this piece. So if we keep going about doing it, there is actually some more cases that you might come across. If it is on the side and incorrectly, then what you can do is you can just bring it out, move the piece that you brought out down, and then move this face back because you notice that it messed it up. So then you'll see you have this, you move it here, you do that, and then once again we have this white piece that's incorrectly, so you just do this where you bring it out, then you move the blue piece to right here, and now your white cross is solved. You just need to make sure that these line up. So after creating your cross, flip your cube over so the yellow side is facing up. Next, what you're going to do is find any white corner that has white on it. So this one is just the white, green, and red. So you put it on top of the white, green, and red centers, and you just do a set of 4 moves until it solves it. So you think about bringing the right side up, then out, right side down, in. And you just keep doing those 4 moves until it solves it. And then here, this one is solved, as you can see, because it matches up with all these colors. And then next we have this orange, blue, and white center, or orange, blue, and white corner, and you put on top of the orange, blue, and white centers. You do those 4 moves. This time it only went in with 1 set. Sometimes it'll go in with 1, sometimes it'll go in with 3, sometimes it'll go in with 5. Now there are some special cases where the corner is in the wrong slot, and what you're going to do is you're just going to go to that slot and do those 4 moves once, and it brings it out. So now you can take this corner, and since it's the white, red, and blue corner, you put it on top of the white, red, and blue centers. Do those 4 moves again until it solves it. That time it went in with 3 sets of the 4 moves. And now you have this corner. It's the white, green, and orange one. You put on top of the white, green, and orange centers. And you just do those 4 moves until it solves it. And now your first face is done. So now for the first example, the first piece I notice is the red and white piece with the white center up. So I put it here, but then I realize that it's actually flipped. So I'm going to put it back, then bring this center down, and then put it back in. And you notice it kind of has this, but you have to finish it off by putting that layer back. Because if you already had this one solved, you would have to do that. So now I see this orange and white one, and it's actually in there incorrectly. So you would take it out, like bring it down, taking it out, put it back. And then since it's flipped once again, you're going to bring the center down, but this time bring it in from this way, then put it back. Now you have 2 of your cross pieces solved. And then finally, there's 2 more. This one is the green and white, and you just flip it like that with the F2. And then you bring this one out, down, left, up, and then I have the flipped case again. And then you notice you bring it out, center down, this back, center up. So now the white cross is solved, and we got lucky, and one of the corners is also already solved. So now the next corner that I notice is the white, orange, and green. So you're just going to put it above the orange and green centers, and just do those 4 moves until it's in its slot correctly. So now you have these 2 correct, and this one's incorrect. So to bring it out, remember you just do those 4 moves, and it's out. So now you can just take it, put it above its centers, and then do those 4 moves again until it's in its slot correctly. Now, Finally, we have this corner, which you put above its centers. And then you do those 4 moves again until the first face is solved. So for this second example, I will show you a trick. So, if you already have on the white side an edge to start off with that is in but with the wrong color matching, if it's the first one, you can just turn it until it's correctly, and you just skipped a few moves. So now after you have that one, you see the next one is this white and green. So you do the algorithm where you bring it down, out, up, and then since it's flipped, you move it over here, you bring the center down, then you move this up, and bring the center back up. So next, I see that I have this correctly, the white, and it's turned into its right spot. So you're just going to turn that face twice so it's correct. For the final cross piece, I have this one and its slot is over here. So since it's in incorrectly, you bring it out or down, out, and up. And then, so it's flipped here, so you put it this way, then bring this center down, then put it back, and then center back up. So now this cross is solved. Next up for the corners, you see that you have this corner in incorrectly, so you can bring it out with the 4 moves I've taught, and then put it above its correct centers. So this is the orange, green, and blue, orange, white, and blue, and then this is the orange and blue centers. So you do those 4 moves, and this time we happen to only have to do it once. And then the next one I notice is the white, green, and red centers, and then you just put it above the 2 centers here, and then do the 4 moves repeatedly until it goes in. So, next one I notice is the white, orange, and green, and you'll just move this so it's over it, then do those 4 moves again, and then that one's correct. So the final one is this corner, it's over here, so you just put it above its 2 centers, then do those 4 moves again, and your first face is solved. So for the final example, we will be doing the white cross first, obviously, and since we already have this one here, so you'll just bring it back down and you see you have this one, so you do the 2 turns, and then you notice how these 2 are actually incorrect. So you'll just bring one of them down of your choice. I mean, it doesn't matter which. I'll just bring down the green one with the way you insert it, just the other way, and then you put it in the correct way and then put it up there. So now the orange one that was in the incorrect slot, just move it over, do those 2 moves again, and now you have 3 of the cross pieces solved. So now for the final one, the white and blue, you do the algorithm that brings it out, which is this, and then you'll take the piece, notice it's flipped, so you can put it back there, then bring this center down, put it back, and then bring center up. Now you have the white cross solved. Now this time I will just be going over the corners and so this is the correct colors, then you do the 4 moves, this one's correct, now I see this corner, bring it over here, 4 moves until it goes in, correct, this one's the next one I notice, 4 moves did it that time, and this is the next one, and you do the 4 moves again. That's all I have for this video, but in the next video we will be going over F2L, where you do an algorithm that puts this in, this one too, and then that, and then you will be doing an algorithm. This time we got to skip, but normally you have to make the yellow cross. Thanks for watching, and see you next time on Cubing with Colin.